Hey guys, ankhgaming back again, and let's battle Garruk. So we're going to continue playing our Ancient Wilds deck. Excuse me, the Yeva's deck here. And Garruk's deck can kind of go over the top of mine, so there is that problem. So we'll see how this goes. His creatures are just kind of bigger, but we do have Beast Withins, and I don't think he does. Stinger Fling doesn't seem that good against him. This hand overall seems pretty poor. What are we hoping for with the mulligan? Basically, I consider this guy already a 6-card hand, so yeah, new hand. This is better. It's more aggressive, and we have a card that's kind that can let us beat Garruk and Primordial Sage, which it's interesting they put this in here whenever they just printed a new card that does functionally the same thing. Well, not functionally, but a very similar thing. But they chose to put this in the game instead. But this hand is great. We're a little land light, but the Wood Elves should help. We got stuck with the Stinger Fling Spider again, but that's okay. We got a more aggressive hand here. I'm actually going to play the Beetle on 1. And I'm going to look to hook it up with the Ring. So, we're going to get aggressive. Quickly. Now, I could hold that to put on the Primordial Sage or something, or wait till I played this. And I may have if I'd actually noticed I drew a Thornwheeled Archer. Thornwheeled Archer is very good in this matchup because it essentially will kill any creature that he tries to attack me with. So it's a very powerful blocker. And it's a decent attacker. It's got moderate power. And if we ring it up, it'll get big quick. So we're going to go ahead and play him out. Would have been nice to put this 1/1 counter on it, but that's okay. Overall, there's not much to worry about with Garruk as far as instant speed tricks. He may have some giant growth-ish effects, and he does have overrun maybe, but so do we. His way to grind out card advantage is to play his Garruk's Pack Leader, which will let him, whenever a creature with power 3 greater comes into play under his control, draw a card. My Primordial Sage is kind of just better. Ooh, okay, that guy's troublesome. Thornwheeled Archer can deal with it, but I could be facing a lot of damage at some point. Alright, so here I'm actually going to offer the trade. Or do I? Yeah, I'm going to offer it to him. He spent 3 mana on his creature. His is a mythic, mine's a common. And he will not do it. That's fine with me. We're going to go ahead and play our Wood Elves. And we drew a Primordial Hydra, or a Primal, what's this guy's name? A Roaring Primodox, which will let us start grinding out a lot of advantage. Now his guy's going to be a 2/2 this turn, 4/4 next turn, 8/8 the turn after that. It's pretty painful. It's another reason we need to keep the aggression up. It's because, well, we just aren't going to have much way to deal with it. He should attack, he correctly does. On our turn, we cannot attack with our Thornwheeled Archer because we'll need it to block this guy. That's an interesting one. We're going to go ahead and play the Primodox just because, as it stands, we're not going to have to discard and we have cheap creatures to bounce. And it's a 4/4, it'll shut down the opponent's offense pretty handily. As it stands, next turn, if nothing else happens, I'll bounce the archers and replay them. But Garruk will probably have a good 5-drop. He has the 4/4 Vigilant Spiders, those are very powerful. They're not as powerful in this matchup, though. Yep, there we go, Sentinel Spider. I mean, neither of us have flyers, the reach is kind of irrelevant. Alright, so we gotta bounce creature. Go ahead and bounce these guys. We drew a land, but that's okay. Go ahead and play this. And I think we get our land. I don't know which I want to play, the Ring and equip. I mean, the problem is we need to draw Beast Within at some point because that Hydra will very quickly be able to one-shot us with an attack. It's going to be an 8/8 next turn. Turn after that it'll be a 16/16, and then it's just death. As it stands, if he attacks, I'm fine with that, so we're going to go ahead and equip this to my Thorn Wield. Just so that way we have the it growing. I could attack with Primodox, but he should just trade here, and I don't think that's actually good for me at this moment. As it stands, if he attacks with the 4/4 Vigilance, I may block. It depends. I don't like the idea of blocking because we have Primordial Sage, and we have good engines going. Next turn we bounce the 1/1 most likely, because if we draw land we can play Sage. Oh, that's a beating. That's a beating. Now he's just going to attack with everything, and we're in a lot of trouble. His guys are very quickly getting bigger than ours. Let's just be a little fair here. He drew his Mythic and played it on turn 3. Oh, thank goodness. Ugh. I need to kill his guy, but I need some more blockers. We gotta kill that guy, though. Alright. We have to hold out. Now, he has very good attacks next turn, but doesn't look like he wants to attack into my archer. I will Giant Growth and block. Ooh, that's annoying. This guy's drawing very well. It's not like the end of the world or anything, it's just my guy's not going to continue to get bigger. At this point, I would trade it off for not the beast, but I will. I'm at 18. I'm going to drop a 4/5 next turn. I will not have a land. I kind of need to block and get rid of that guy, so we're going to go ahead and block it. We're just going to Giant Growth. It's not good value. We're basically now have 2 for Wonder Self to get rid of that Hydra, but I'm okay with that. Okay, well, we drew a land. The reason I did that is because I can't afford to take too much damage. He has a lot of 4/4s, and he's not likely to attack with them into the Death Touch and to this guy. But I can't sit around and do, you know, if I didn't draw land there, I could put myself in a very bad position if he decided to start getting aggressive, because I wouldn't be able to hold up the Giant Growth. And I need to start getting rid of some of his guys. Now, we're in the position now where he does have, like, that stupid one that puts a 2/2 wolf into play for each land he controls. Those are ways we're going to lose. And that can definitely beat us. Wow. That can definitely beat us. 14/14, that seems fair. Overrun. I don't think we can win off this overrun. Let's just see, it's 3, so it'd be 12. Yeah, we don't even have near enough power. So we gotta play this guy. We'll get to draw a card. Yeah, I'll draw a card. So we have a win condition in hand. Basically, we need to just chain creatures until we can overrun for the win. If he attacks with his 14/14, obviously we have to block here and take a lot of trample damage. He has monstrous growths in his deck, I think. I don't think he has giant growth. So monstrous growth would mean that's an 18/18 and put me down to 2. High likelihood he'd attack with everything if he attacks with that. It's a mistake for him not to be attacking, though. He should be attacking. He should be pressing the game forward. And that 17/17, he will be too big for me to deal with soon, I guess. And if I draw a couple lands, it will give him a chance to win. This is disgusting. The thing has to get up to a 20/20, and I'm just dead. I mean, I'll block it with, like, the 1/2 and 3/2 so I don't die. Oh man, come on. Those guys are so big. Alright, I may have to play my black deck against Garruk. We haven't unlocked that deck fully. There we go. There's the attack. Alright, what can we do here? Alright. We're just going to start here. This thing tramples, this thing tramples. So we gotta kill this. How much am I taking right now? I still gotta block 2 more. I think I'm just dead. He waited till he actually just straight had me dead, I think. Maybe I block here? And block. Where does that leave me? 4 getting through. Plus 16, that's 20. Can't do that. I don't think I have a block that lets me live. I think the only block that lets me live is if I block there, so that's 13 getting through. What are we taking if we do this? And we're pretty boned no matter what happens, right? So we take 13 plus 3, 16, and then he has the monstrous growth anyways. What am I left with? The 4/5, a a 4/5. All right, whatever. Let's just block. Show me the monstrous growth because you obviously have it. No? Hey, look at that. My guys get +2 too. Alright, we're dead. That was sick. He drew... Let's go back. Resume duel. This guy mythic? No, he's just a rare. He drew pretty well. Let's just leave it at that. We will restart the duel. I think this is the first one I've lost of actual duels. I know I lost some challenges. I'm gonna keep this hand. It's not good. It doesn't help that he's on the play every time. Though I think that this deck just can't beat his unless I had more of the cards unlocked, because his generate a lot of card advantage too, and his guys are just all bigger green guys, and in the green on green battle, that's what matters. The only way I can win is if I chain a lot of guys and overrun, I think. Or if he stumbles on mana. Stuff like that, though, will keep him from stumbling on mana. Alright, so obviously we've drawn 2 lands. And this will probably be a land. I mean, this is not looking like a winner. Another... That's fine. I'll take that. So he probably plays like a 4/5 here. Yeah. I'm good at Magic. No land though. That is good news. It's no good. We're gonna play this. I want to be mana efficient, and if I have to this turn, I will block, and giant growth. But if he has mana open for monstrous growth, I don't think I can afford to do that. And I literally 3-for-1 myself. Okay. Okay, we'll take this hit because we're going to play the Thorn-Wheeled Archer next turn. And we'll have the Visionary +1 open. So we're not blocking, we'll go to 14, or 16. He's stuck on mana, this is our opportunity. And that does mean that he's going to have creatures basically every turn for the rest of the game. Ooh, player 4/4. Or do I just want to get guys on the board? Acidic Slime, okay, that was definitely worthwhile. Acidic Slime, Roaring Promodux, that's a way we can win this game. At this point, I'm pretty willing to make almost any trades. We're gonna probably block the 4/5 with our Death Touch, and then we'll block this guy in Giant Growth. We want to clear his board and get our slime combo going. Oh man, he did nothing. So this is pretty much a death knell. It kind of sucks that Groot got mana screwed, but I kind of flooded early. Luckily I have creatures that dig me out of a flood. He unfortunately, it's tough to be mana screwed. Now it doesn't take much for his deck to get going though. If he hits a pocket of land, he has 6 spells in hand. And he's being an idiot. He should have probably attacked the 4/5, forced the trade, because it's going to happen sometime or another. And if he didn't want to do that, should have at least attacked the 3/2. 3/2 will trade and trample with any of my guys. But he obviously did not do that. And I am actually... I'm gonna see if he blocks this guy. I have 2 Death Touchers out. I'm not too worried right now. The computer seems to be deathly afraid of Death Touch. Unwilling to trade, ever. That's part of, human reasoning, is we can decide when it's worthwhile to trade. Now this is going to be very mana expensive, bouncing my Acidic Slime every turn. This is what I did in my pre-release too. I had double Acidic Slime, double Primodox, double Visionary, double the White Knight guy that puts a 1/1 soldier into play, and I had Odric. So I just had green-white beats. Didn't go as well as I would have hoped, but it went fine enough. So we're going to continue attacking with this guy. Reason is, I would like to trade with either of his guys, but I'll take the free damage while I continue to lock him out of the game. And we're just building a massive advantage on him. Like, if I strip all of his lands, I can just start drawing cards. Problem for him is his cheapest card's basically Garruk's Companion, and he's got a lot of 5 and 6s. So, yeah, we're pretty much locking him out of the game right here. Of note, I can attack with this guy, pump it, get 7. Yeah, it wouldn't be good enough. Play this guy. And we'll continue attacking with our other Thorn Wield. Next turn we'll be attacking with both of them. If he doesn't play a land on this turn, I might just bounce my Elf. I think I will. Turn it into a draw 2 for the turn. It's unfortunate for Garruk. There we go, he drew a land. But that means he also didn't draw 2-drop, so he's in the same predicament. He really has no way to win. I know this isn't like the most exciting thing to watch, but it does show off something in Magic, which is sometimes expensive engines like this can just take over games. Destroying land is a very powerful effect. It's an effect that has turned a lot of people, basically turned people away from Magic, so they've stopped putting it in Magic to the degree they used to. Once upon a time we used to get destroy land effects for black, destroy target land, and in that same set we had 1 red and 2 destroy target land, Stone Rain and Sinkhole. Not too long after that, I think actually in that same set we had Icequake 2, or what one was that? 1 green and 2 destroy land, and I'm talking about Alpha and Beta and Unlimited. We also had Armageddon, which is 1 white and 3 destroy all lands. Still in that set, we had, I think Flash Fires was in that set too. There was one that destroyed all plains, there's one that destroyed all islands. There's a lot of land destruction originally in the game. This game's over, it's not exciting to watch. But I loved land destruction. It's an interesting strategy. Oh, I'm an idiot. This is a land that's summoning sick, isn't it? Well, let's see if I can attack with it. I think I misplayed there. Oh, I can. Okay. So with this card, you always want to target a land that has already been in play to be your new 4/5. So that way you can attack with it. Like here he blocks, obviously. Oh, double block. I will take that all day long. No. And I ordered it wrong. Dang it. Gosh dang it. Oh well. We win either way. I can just bounce this guy and make a new 4/5 next turn too. Next turn we just attack with everyone and win. We have Giant Growth. I probably could have won that turn if I'd really thought about it. But the thing is, I'm not going to lose. So here we don't even bother bouncing the slime. We'll just return the elf. Because the game's over. I should return the other elf, but doesn't matter. We just have too much stuff. Too much junk in the trunk. Yeah, it looks good to me. Because with the giant growth, we only need to get through with 2 creatures, essentially. So Garruk is going down due to land screw and him having a clunky deck. So the perils of having a deck with a lot of expensive creatures and not cheap creatures, like, for example, my Visionaries, they're not impressive, but they help me dig out of land screw and help me dig out of Mana Flood, because they just get me a card deeper in the deck. Cards like Acidic Slime can help catch up because they can block very well, and they destroy a problemsome permanent. So, and they can hose your opponent by getting rid of a land or an important color source or something like that, artifacts, enchantments. And then these Thorn-Wheeled Archers are very good at also stabilizing the board because they can basically trade with any creature. It's the green version of a Doomblade, as they say. And then, of course, the Wood Elves help me search for land to get me out of a land screw. So the deck has a lot of synergy. That's why I chose this deck instead of playing Garruk's, because Garruk's literally just play giant guy, beat someone in the face. He's not going to even bother blocking because he's just dead. Oh, he is blocking. That's unusual. We'll just go ahead and demoralize him and kill all of his creatures. There's nothing he can do. He's still taking lethal. Yay, yay, we win! Whew. Hey, one of my favorite cards too. Another example of a card. I don't know if I can zoom into it. It's a 2/5 defender, so it doesn't help you win. But when it comes into play, you draw a card. So it's one of those cards that can dig you out of a mana screw and out of a mana flood, because it gets you a card deeper. Also, in both cases, it helps hold off the ground. Usually when you're flooded or screwed, your back's against the wall. And this is a card that helps you in that situation. Now, you shouldn't design your deck with the idea that you're going to have your back against the wall. That's why defender cards are usually not good. This one's good though because it draws a card and it provides a meaningful body on the ground. If it was a 2/2 with out defender, it'd be a better card. A 1/3 without defender would be a better card in my opinion. But as it is, still great. So thanks for watching, guys, and tune in next time for more Duels of Planeswalkers 2013.